আমাদের নিয়মিত অনুষ্ঠান আমরা করব জয় নিয়ে আজকে আপনাদের সামনে আসছি আমি জুলি। আমাদের আজকের এপিসোডে ওয়েলকাম। Our special guest today is Rajat Chakraborty. Rajat is a registered psychotherapist and a social worker. He's lived in North America for the last 20 years. His master's from Ryerson University in Toronto is in social work. His specialty is in couple therapy. আমার প্রশ্ন ছিল রজত যে আপনার কাছে what kind of family therapy have you um, have you done? Can you give us some examples of
A lot of studies, a lot of scientific journals, scientific studies, and depression is contagious and how we can deal with it. So that's when men come to us, and after that, another crisis coming up when they are, settling down, and the children they are trying to raise in this country, and they are finding the children are not listening to them the way the parents used to listen to their parents. And this generation in North America, the growing up, they are very different. And many different families often never allow children to speak the language at home. If they speak Bengali, Urdu, or Hindi, oftentimes they say, "No, not to speak, speaking in English." And when speaking in English is another degeneration can bring it. Because English is a foreign language, it's a communicating language, and we always used to speak in our language. If you know our language, even our children can speak our language, read and write, difficult, very difficult to do. So we can have a tie, kind of connections with our root. So that through root, we can give our values, our cultural nutritions. But in that scenario, if they have two kids, they're often speaking in English. And often parents, even in European parents, oftentimes encourage, even Chinese parents, encourage their children speak in a very North American way with a North American accent. And they said, see my son, how he is speaking in English. Because English is the power of language. And because we are coming from a colonized country like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and so many 200 years of colonizations, we became internalized racist. And internalized racist is a term. If we speak English, if we know someone speaking in English in a very North American way of accent, we respect them.
a lot of value?
And if they don't, is your words, your pronunciation is wrong. It's not that way pronunciation, because there's no correct pronunciation. People pronounce in their own country way, cultural way of pronouncing. So, for example, in India we speak schedule, and here people speak in the schedule. So it's a very different way. So then another journey started, an immigration process of reintegration, assimilation process. In reintegration process, some children feel comfortable to completely reintegrate. Assimilation process is faster, and they learn the language fast, and they learn the lifestyle kind of thing, kind of drinking habit after a certain age, and kind of habit of other addiction issues, drugs, and all this thing, coming night at home. But in our own back home, we didn't have that habit. We had complete control of our parents. But now the scenario was changing, of course, in India. I don't know about Pakistan, Bangladesh, as I never been and visited those places. But I don't have any such person in my family. Accidentally, my sister's sons and other sons. But here I have seen many families, the parents are struggling. And struggling in the way that they are finding they're completely losing control about their kids, even especially in the girl child issue. And we kind of raise our children in a very orthodox way. It's not always right, but even in the North American way also is not always right. And we kind of balance in the both culture which one good and right. And that's why we need to continuously look at how our child behaving, what is our world. So for example, it's my son, we talk to our son. Even my son is 21 years old, but I still talk, my wife talk. We try to understand what he is thinking, how many friends he has, who are the people, how he came to know they're good, and what are some friends he's not mixing with them, and how many of his friends having addiction issues, what he does with them. and whether he had any opportunity to test the drugs or alcohol. If had, how. So it's kind of opening up an environment that a child is raising with the two adults, parents. Because in India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, we used to raise by a kind of family close knit system. Nowadays, we don't have the kind of family we used to have with my uncle's kids, and all the cousin. But still, is in our family, they are kind of controlled by the neighborhood. Even I remember when I was a kid, I used to play something marble, and my next door neighbor, who used to call Jetu, and in the morning I used to play without study, and the Jetu coming from a grocery store or bazaar market, what he used to do, he just needed to right away, pick up my ear and took it my home and asking my father, how come you allow your son to play morning and play marble? So that kind of social restriction we used to have. It's not that's good, but that given us is kind of help to integrate our personality in a different way. Right now, as North America is not possible. It's difficult because entering in someone privacy.
Yeah.
And so that way, new struggle is uh, if they derailed, if their daughter get derailed, having addiction issues, or having multiple relationship, people also have a struggle with that. Their one religion, daughter or son dating with the other religion group of people. And my observation is, when I came to North America, I found people became more religious when they come to North America. That's another problem can create in the children's mind and mental health issues. And many different dynamics, many different variables which we never seen in the past. Many different ways, interesting ways they are coming up. And it need a lot of research work and need a lot of findings. And assimilation process sometimes getting very dark. And it's faster assimilation can improve. Slow assimilation can create problem. Not even assimilated, that also create different problem. So based on which way, how much degree of assimilation they have taken place, based on that and the parents and upbringing and the culture, religious interference, it's a very complex, very hodgepodge thing, create a lot of issues. So in a therapy, we actually try to explore one by one, just like how do I say that? It's like a kind of surgeon's needle. We try to look at it in a different way, how the needle is kind of going there, which way is going to go there, what is the connection of the other. A jumbled up situation. It's kind of very ambiguous. We're going to look at it, untangling it.
Okay.
So we just try to listen to their story, the father perspective, the mother perspective, father's background, mother's background, daughter's background, daughter's perspective, son's perspective, even how many children, each and every one perspective. What is the meaning of family to them, how they are viewing as family, and what kind of family they wanted to have, and what kind of family parent wanted to. So we collect a different dimension of the relationship and different variables of the relationship. On the basis, we don't give any suggestion. We just explore what they're thinking. On the
Together.
basis of their data we are collecting. It's a very scientific way. The basis of the data we are collecting, on the basis of the data, we are just throwing in front of them, so that develop an awareness, some psychology, some scientific study. The time actually I'm trying when parents are having third different kind of struggle they're going through, raising their children. And say for example, and we have many different examples. How do I start? And the one gentleman came to me and said that he would like to know about that his daughter's issue. And his daughter is extremely brilliant and is in university. Very good academic standing always.
কত বয়স?
20 years. She's not studying well. Her marks is going down and down. And he believes probably the daughter is having kind of addiction issues, but he doesn't even know what kind of addictions. And he's a very orthodox, religious person. And he mentioned that in his religion is not approved, and in his family is not approved, this kind of behavior, this kind of degeneration taking place in his family. So it's kind of he has the value that there's not going to have any degeneration in the family. Everything will be nice shape because
Perfect.
his other two children are in a good shape. They're studying and they're going. He doesn't have any problem, but only he's facing problem with the daughter. So initially he wanted to bring the daughter with to see us, and daughter was reluctant. And then later on, she agreed on that. She felt that she needs to work on that. And anyway, daughter came and we started working on it, on her issues. We found that yes, she has a history of cocaine and marijuana, all kinds of thing, and having relationship issues, and she has problems. She never felt very close to the family. Family kind of not allowing her the way, um, you know, তার ভাইদের কি যেভাবে বড় করা হচ্ছে তাকে সেভাবে বড় করা হচ্ছে না. So she found is a kind of a
Injustice?
discrimination within the family and injustice because she born as a female.
আমরা একটু ছোট্ট বিরতি নিয়ে আমরা আবার ফেরত আসছি।